My name is Patrick, and I want to tell you about an experience I had a few months ago when I was running at night in Central Park. I've lived in New York for about 3 years. Before that, I lived in California. I was really enjoying living in New York. It was much busier there than the neighborhood I used to live in, so I rented an apartment and moved there. I work as an independent developer, so I can earn money from anywhere in the world. All I need is to have access to the internet and to my published content. I was forced by the doctor to do physical exercises because I was getting very sedentary, and I have the habit of smoking weed, so I stayed at home more. I started to get out of shape and decided to run following the doctor's advice, practice physical exercises. I personally never really liked physical activity, but I would put my headphones on and start running. I remember it was summer when this happened. I was running at night because in the morning it was very bad for me because of the sun. I no longer like to do physical exercises, even more so under the sun. For me, no chance. So I started going there at night. Some friends of mine warned me that it wasn't very safe to run there at night. But I had already been there a few times, and I thought it was pretty quiet. After 11 at night, it was pretty empty. For me, it was a perfect time. I had already been injured before I got involved in an accident with a cyclist. At night they weren't there, and I only saw the advantage. I didn't take much, just my cell phone, and if someone was going to steal it, I just had to hand it over and buy another one later. But what I saw wasn't that Wednesday night. It wasn't a thief. I'm going to tell you better about this scary experience I had. I was there pretty lonely, starting my daily run to keep myself in shape. This time when I got there, I felt a strange chill, but I didn't pay much attention. And I continued on my way. As I ran, I noticed in the park something running far ahead of me. I couldn't see right what it was at that distance, but I thought it was strange when a notification on Twitter took my attention away from that scene. When I regained my vision for the run, I no longer saw what was running ahead. It was just me again, and it was almost midnight. The park closed at 1 in the morning. I didn't see any guards or security guards there that night, but it must have been due to lack of attention. Everyone said it was crazy of me to want to run in that place at that time of night, and I always thought that was silly. But that day my opinion changed. I saw that strange being ahead again. It was dark and he was running like an animal. I was scared because he was big. I started to run out of the park. I decided to go back to my house. I started to run to get out of there when I saw running in the bush next to me a being that looked like a wolf, but his fur was very short and he was very big, bigger than a wolf. He ran much faster than me and passed me, leaving me stunned. He looked like a horse passing by. His steps on the ground were heavy. I was terrified and started to run in a hurry out of there. That's when I realized that that beast was chasing me. I was very scared and felt that sense of persecution. My heart was beating very fast at that moment. I thought I was going to die. I tried to run as fast as possible. I thought my life depended on it. I was afraid to run sideways and that creature would catch me, so I ran in a straight line on the road in the park. When I got close to the exit of the park, I felt a very strong push, and it seems that I was thrown from there. I fell badly in the street and ended up in the hospital with 2 broken ribs. I told them what had happened there at the hospital, and they said the same thing to my friends, that it was a very bad idea to stay there at that time of night, that place was very dangerous at night. I didn't understand, and no one could explain what creature was chasing me. Researching forums on the internet, I found out that it could be a werewolf, that other people had already reported seeing something similar around there. I know I learned my lesson. This experience traumatized me, and I don't leave the house for anything anymore. I bought a gym to put in my house, so I can stay in shape without having to go out, and I hired a personal trainer to help me stay in shape. I'll never come up with the idea of going near that place again. Too bad to feel the feeling that you could die. And this is today's story. If you liked it, subscribe to the channel.